Yeah, I think it's the tiers, and this is the one I'm so interested in because, again, there's the super conference argument, which you just made. There's also the super league thing that people are talking about, where the SEC's move of Texas and OU is just a step towards a larger block of teams that are competing at a higher level. Now, in my view, not all of the current SEC belongs in that higher tier. Not all of the current Big Ten belongs in that higher tier. There's about half the teams in probably each league that truly are competing at the highest level of the sport, and the others are just lucky to be part of the league. And so, but if it is indeed the super conferences, are they all at 16? Do some stay at 14? Does the Pac-12 bump up a few spots? Will the Big 12 even be part of that group? Probably not. And then that middle class. I mean, that's what I'm so interested in. What happens to college football's middle class? Are they still even allowed to be in that same group with the Alabamas and the LSUs and the Texases and the Ohio States and the Penn States and the USCs and the programs that have really defined their sport? Or do they have to play in a different tier? And again, I think that would be really unfortunate, guys, because as much as we know who's going to win a national title pretty much every year, you look at the Big Ten, Northwestern's been in their championship game 2 of the last 3 years. You look at the Big 12, Iowa State was in their championship game last year and has a really good chance to get back this year, maybe even make the college football playoff. If you go to this tier system, Iowa State certainly is not in the top tier, and I don't think Northwestern's in the top tier either, even though they've obviously played pretty good football here the last 15, 20 years. So what happens to those teams? That's what I don't know. Oklahoma State, a consistent top 25 program, a program that's poured money into its stadium and its facilities. They have some of the best facilities in the country. That team could get left out of this super conference mix. And so that's the consequence of what the SEC did to a degree, and also maybe where the sport's headed, and just hard to know how it's fully going to look even in 3 to 5 years' time.